Kehoe with LePage, ProAlliance, and LePage Commercial, back at you with video number 4 of my yearly video YouTube challenge. So today we'll be discussing the fundamentals of multifamily real estate in Canada, specifically focusing on Ontario. So we'll be discussing the driving forces of multifamily in Ontario. Touch on 3 things: unaffordable housing in major urban areas, strong immigration, right? And rental apartment supply is not keeping up with demand, along with some secondary and tertiary reasons why multifamily will be making a big push in Ontario in the next coming years. As always, feel free to contact me below at my website, kehoerealestate.com. Book a call with me directly. Comment if you have any feedback. Now let's get into it. So why is multifamily becoming the preferred asset class for not only real estate investors, but for institutional investors and for just retail investors? Well, in the Canadian market, specifically Ontario, unaffordable housing in major urban areas forces more renters, right? Canada, with our immigration plan for 500,000 per year, right? That's going to put a big push on the demand for housing. A lot of these immigrants aren't in a position to buy, or they don't know where they want to live, so they're going to end up renting. Rental apartment supply is not keeping up with the demand. So the demand is there, what I just spoke about, but the supply, developments take a long time, going through municipalities, environmental concerns, building permits, all of that red tape that we're trying to eliminate. Growing millennial population, not so focused on home ownership, and also more transient in where they want to live. People aren't settling down as early in life, so that's increasing the rental demand because people aren't buying right away until they know where they're settled. Aging society, lots of boomers leaving their homes because they can no longer maintain them. Where are they going? If they're not going to a condo, which, if we take the Bay of Quinte market, we don't have a ton of condos here. Where are they going? They're looking for a rental, and the rental units just aren't there, especially higher end ones. Take a look at this pamphlet I was sent out from Centurion Apartment REIT. That's basically a big owner, a big player in the multifamily space, kind of showcasing their portfolio. So over the past 10 years in Canada, homeowners only grew by 8.4, whereas renter population grew by 21.5. I mean, that's a lot to do with the affordability factor, but there are some more contributing factors. So again, they touch on the 1.5 million new citizens by 2025. Let's call it, 500,000 a year. Nearly a quarter of Canada's population are immigrants, highest proportion in more than 150 years, right? Down here, they touch on 220,000 housing units were completed. There were 3.2 new residents for every home added, the highest ratio since 91. So big demand supply difference there. Another touch on immigration, 5.2% growth, nearly double the rate of every G7 country. Again, touching on permanent residents, and then international students, right? 450 new study permits issued. 60% of these students plan to apply for permanent residence in Canada when they're done their schooling, right? So, and then we're looking at active apartment listings, decrease. All the Canadian rental markets, they're all down. They're all down except for Hamilton. Burlington is up a little bit. That's a blip on the radar there. Supply and demand. If we focus on Canada-wide here and Ontario, Canada, we're requiring 22 million new dwellings by 2030. Expected only 18.5, so that's a big gap, right? 3.5 million units. Where are those units coming from? Ontario, we require 42,000. We're doing 24,000, so that's almost half, right? I think Ontario, we're going to be the most short out of all the provinces. And then again, touching on students, right? So we touched on that 450,000. This is interesting here. 3% of Canadian university students live in purpose-built off-campus housing, compared to 10% and 12% in US and UK. So we have a big demand for that multifamily student residence, right? Whereas in the US and UK, it's a lot more common for these purpose-built student rentals. Canada not so common because we haven't kept up with the pace of our increasing, accelerating population and students. Okay guys, well there you go, another 5 minutes of rambling. The fundamentals of multifamily real estate in Canada, focusing specifically Ontario. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, contact me. Website, my link's in the description, kehoerealestate.com. Let me know your feedback, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next week with another video.